What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be traveling to the Bluetile Nike SB Dunk release event at the Columbia, South Carolina store. So it's 6:45 a.m. Eastern time, and we have close to a 2-hour drive to get there. So let's get it.
And even with it being a cold and rainy day in Columbia, South Carolina, I think the overall release event went fairly smoothly. The vibes in the line was very cordial and respectful, with no type of drama to be found in sight. And guys, I decided to live in the moment and not clip form, but I was able to get a couple clips. But I will say that Bluetile did also provide entertainment by way of an adjacent event going alongside the release event, which provided multiple live bands as well as a skate park for skaters to do their thing. And they also provided a couple food trucks as well. So shout out to Bluetile Skateshop for putting on a very good event and overall smooth release day. I also want to give a couple shout outs to SB Romy and V, as well as Stretch Kicks, Rob the Beard, and Average Joe's. I would say it was a pleasure meeting you guys. Very nice group of people. But guys, I did want to show you what I had on feet today, which is the Nike SB Electric Pack Olympics. Thought I'd keep it something slight since it was going to be a rainy day out and about, but we did come and we did conquer. So now I'm back on my way to the studios to give you an up close and personal look at these Nike SB Blutiles. Let's get it. All right, guys, so we finally made it back to the studio. Let's go ahead and get into this Nike SB. Here's a quick look at the box. It is the cream Nike SB Quick Stripe box, and the size and label reads Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Quick Stripe Bluetile, and the colorway is black, marina, white. And of course, we did pick this up in my size 12. And jumping underneath the lid of the box, you do have your stamp code, as well as your Nike SB and Bluetile style paper. And the paper does have the South Carolina state flag, palmetto tree, and moon graphics. Very nice touch. And you also have a second layer of standard white paper. And they also provide you with these stickers. You have the Nike SB Bluetile graphic, Bluetile stickers, your Nike SB Monarch, as well as your standard Nike SB sticker. So here you have it, guys, the Nike SB Bluetile, what I'm dubbing aka the Monarchs. And the theme of this shoe does have a story meaning to it, which I will try to give you a couple details of that story. But before we do that, I do want to give you an up close and personal look at the shoe, and just to look at the overall quality and execution of the shoe. So let me give you a quick 360 of it, and we'll jump into some of the stories and meanings of the shoe. Here's a quick look at the lateral side of the shoe. Here's a look at the medial side of the shoe. Here's an overhead shot of the toe box moving into the tongue. Here's a rear shot of the shoe. And last but not least, here's a look at the outsole. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into this shoe. As I stated earlier, this shoe does have a story and meaning behind the theme of the shoe, which the owner of Bluetile Skateshop, David, explained in his video. So please feel free to go check out Blutile's video on this shoe to get the overall full and detailed story and meaning of the shoe. But just to insert my little 2 cents of it, this shoe is themed after the monarch butterfly, which migrates from Canada to Mexico every fall. It's like a 3,000-mile annual trip that the monarch does endure. I think the overall meaning of it all comes down to basically growth and perseverance, which Blutile's store manager is the prime example for his migration from Mexico to South Carolina and his growth and perseverance. And as David stated on his video, the country is very charged at the moment on the very topic of immigration, so as not to get lost in the sauce of politics and all of that nonsense. we're going to keep it pushing. And before we jump into the shoe, I'll just leave you with one of my favorite quotes of all time is that we all are on this little blue ball that's traveling through space out of control at 48,000 miles per hour. Just let that sink in, guys. See differences for what they are, just differences. And most important, see trivial things as they are, trivial things. We all in this shit together, bro. Let's get into the shoe. All right, guys. So first and foremost, I must say, seeing this shoe at the event from a few guys that already purchased the shoe and put them on foot, they look outstanding on foot. Especially with like some dark jeans to go with it. But we're going to jump right into the overall materials used on this shoe. And then we're going to take a look at the intricate details of it, starting with the sock liner. And it does come with your traditional black mesh sock liner. And it also has that traditional Nike SB cushioning inside, which has the Achilles tendon pods in the rear of the shoe. And jumping into the uppers of the shoe, you do have like a mixed texture. Starting at the ankle collar area, you have like it has this iridescent purple colorway to it, and the material itself it's very hard to explain. It feels like leather and suede at the same time, and yes, of course, I know suede is leather, vice versa. Let's see if I can get you a closer look at it. The texture of it is following the Bluetile theme, being tiles. It kind of looks like cracked leather, but you do get like that broken glass tile theme to it that's on the heel collar, as well as the side panels and the toe box. And again, to the touch, it feels like a nice leather feel. It doesn't feel like it would flake off like some of the cracked leather shoes, the Jordan 1 Lost and Founds, those kind of flaked off. This feels very nice and smooth, like it will not flake. And taking a look at the material on the straps and the heel counter of the shoe, and this material as well, the way it looks like it is semi-cracked, but it's not. You do have a smooth nubuck suede, very short hair, and that runs along the ankle straps, as well as the forefoot strap moving into the toe guard. And taking a look at the Nike swoosh, you do have that 3D style raised Nike swoosh, which has this textured honeycomb style finish to it. And we'll get into the meaning of that shortly. And I want to say that is the Marina colorway. I might be wrong, but if not, the midsole does have that same color contrast as the Nike swoosh on your black midsole. Give you a quick look at the toe box shape. And taking a look at the laces, it does come pre-laced with these black furry style laces. Here's a look at your Nike SB tongue tab. Has Love Bluetile. Jumping into the rear of the shoe, you do have blue on the heel tab on the left shoe, tile on the right. Have your white stitching embroidery, as well as your Monarch butterfly wings style design on the heel counter. And probably my most favorite part on this shoe is the South Carolina flag, which has the palmetto tree and the moon. Here's a quick sneak peek at the insoles. We will take those out here shortly. And here's a look at the translucent outsole. It does have like a starry night graphic underneath, and we will talk about the meaning of that as well. There's a quick look at my right shoe. Look at the overall quality real quick of this one. Nice toe box shape. Have that medial side. And here you have them together. Again, you have blue tile. And they do provide a couple extra set of laces, one being this orange, as well as this Marina blue style lace. Let me know in the comments, guys, which lace option you would choose. I did see a couple guys at the event that had the orange laces in, and they look pretty good. I think that probably would be my option, is one black and one orange maybe. But I will say I do like this Marina colorway as well. Contrast is perfect with the Nike swoosh. But overall, very nice lace options in my opinion. Can't go wrong with either or. But I did want to show you the other tongue. It has All the Best, as well as Love Bluetile. All right, guys, I think I've teased you long enough. Let's go ahead and get into some of the details of the shoe. One of my other favorite parts of the shoe, probably a lot of you guys, is the actual Monarch butterfly colors that's on the wings. And I want to say this is the first Nike SB Dunk low that actually has the wings up top around the ankle collar. I might be wrong, correct me if I am, but I think this is actually the first. And this design element, in my opinion, is absolutely pretty damn fire. Seeing this thing in person. And some people might say, who's gonna see this behind the flaps? Hey, the same thing can be said about the Virgil Alaska ones. It does have the same flap, and you can wear them the same way as you wear your Alaska. So now, if you keep them laced up like this, I get your point, but hey. But at the end of the day, that all comes down to personal preference. And we have another small Easter egg. If you look at the perforated holes on the toe box, it's in the shape of a butterfly. See if I can get it for you. You have the wings up top, and it also has that very vibrant orange texture underneath. It's kind of hard to get it to show, but seeing them in person, you can see it. So I am kind of curious to know if this toe box does actually wear away to an orange underneath layer. So time will tell on that. But seeing the shoe in hand, that texture is noticeable if you looking at the perforated holes. And jumping back into the Nike swoosh, as I stated earlier, the honeycomb style texture is supposed to mimic the butterfly's eye up close. And again, it is like a raised 3D texture. At first glance, you would think it's a soft, bubbly texture, but it is actually pretty sturdy and stiff texture to it. And jumping back into the outsole, I think David explained the meaning behind the graphics on the outsole as being like a starry South Carolina sunset, which has the gradient from sunset to black night. In early images of this shoe, it actually looked like the stars and the outsole was a glow-in-the-dark outsole. And I want to say I saw somewhere, one of these sneaker outlets, that said those stars actually are reflective. I'm not sure about that, but we can do a quick light test to it. Yeah, I think we probably just have a standard outsole with the graphics on it, but very dope nonetheless. And guys, if I might be missing something on that outsole, drop it in the comments and let me know. I'd love to be surprised later down the road. Here's a look at the insoles. You have your Nike SB branding, the Monarchs, as well as your Bluetile branding. Here's a look at the graphics on the SB pods. And before we get out of here, I did want to show you the lace tips. Has that marina blue. The blue laces have them as well. Here's a look at the lace tips on the orange pair. Has that orange. But guys, that is your Bluetile Nike SB Dunks. Set to release the most, if not all, skate shops this upcoming Friday, May 8th, with the supposedly sneakers app drop on May 12th. And real quick, before we leave, I forgot one other detail that's underneath the 4-foot flaps. It also has the details that's behind the upper flaps underneath these 4-foot flaps. I just don't want to unlace the whole shoe, but it does have the Monarch details that's on these flaps underneath here. As you can see, some of that color is popping through underneath. It's the same exact print style that's on these flaps. But yeah, guys, I think the overall theme of this shoe from Bluetile is outstanding in my opinion. I think they accomplished what they was going after in this shoe, and Nike executed it very well. As I stated earlier, just these flaps, it's just different. You don't see that. So I know there's a lot of noise and backing of this shoe being SB of the year. And I will say we've had a couple good SBs to drop so far this year. And this one is right there in the running, if not in the lead. And right when I think I'm out, they pull me back in. A couple more details of the shoe. Behind the tongue, left shoe said, "What is up, humanoids?" What is up, humanoids? That is a saying that David Bluetile says in opening his videos. What is up, humanoids? So let me think, is that all the details of it? I did say that these was print that's on the Monarch's wings. These two here. I think that might be all the little Easter egg hidden features on the shoe. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comments, are you going after the shoe, passing on it? Upon making this video, I want to say that Bluetile has their raffle up until Monday. So hopefully I get this out before. And I'm pretty sure various skate shops will start dropping their raffles. If not Sunday, probably early Monday as well. So if you are interested in this shoe, stay on the lookout for those raffles and submit your entries for them. But guys, that's what I have for you today. Just wanted to come through with an early look at this Nike SB Bluetile Skate Shop collaboration. Very dope shoe in my opinion, and very pleased with the overall shoe. And being an SC native, this one will for sure stay in my collection. But guys, if I did do a good job giving you that up close and personal look at the shoe, please go ahead and give me a like and follow. And you know I appreciate you for that. And hell, you know what? If you was feeling my all-time favorite quote about us recklessly flying through space at 48,000 miles per hour into the abyss, if you feel that, hit the subscribe button. Run it up. We're very close to 2,000 subscribers. Let's see how far we can go. I appreciate y'all. Peace.